Hello everyone. I wanted to just give a short video on Billie Eilish's song "What Was I Made For." So it was made for the Barbie movie, and Greta Gerwig said that when she was putting this movie together, that she wanted to recreate this Sabbath, Jewish Sabbath experience that she experienced growing up, going to a Jewish family. And what was this experience? It was that everyone was kind of together, enjoying family and friends, spending this day together, uh, uh, feeling that hey, we're all observing this communal day and sharing in this day together. And there's two phrases that are very important in this regard in the Bible. Uh, One is God saw all that He had made, and it was very good. The heavens and the earth were completed. God blessed the seventh day. So just remember that. Then we're going to go to the second verse, and the second verse is actually talking about the tabernacle, which was the before we had the Holy Temple in Jerusalem, we had the tabernacle in the desert, and it says of this, all the work of the tabernacle, the tent of meeting was completed. Moses saw that they had indeed done all the work exactly as God had commanded, and Moses blessed them. So you see, there's a similarity here. All the work was done, and then they were blessed, right? That's what Greta Gerwig wanted to kind of convey, that you're living in some type of a blessed reality where everything is good and blessed. But also we have here this idea of the cessation of work, very similar to the Sabbath verse. And the sages actually learn from the activities that were used in the tabernacle, both to construct and put together and all the different pieces of the tabernacle, that those creative activities are the activities that are prohibited on the Sabbath. Coloring, sewing, writing, those type of things. Electricity is another thing, because it stems from lighting a fire. So what does this all mean? And what does this all mean to us? And how does this relate to What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish? Well, here you see God saw all that He had made, right? So we have this idea that creation is purposeful. And that's something that a lot of people feel like maybe they've lost a sense of purpose in this world, is that they feel alone, right? And they also feel like, do I have purpose? Right? So a lot of people are feeling that this song is kind of like saving them. It's kind of like reinvigorating, reminding themselves that no, you do have a purpose in this world. The other thing is that in Kabbalah, the final world of creation, there's four main worlds of creation. The final world is called a Asiya, which is also like action or doing, making. That we have to do things in this world, right? We have to make something of ourselves in this world. But there's more than that, right? Because here, we're living in this modern world, and it seems like we're connected, but a lot of us feel like we're alone, and we don't really have this sense of purpose. And comes this movie, which is a metaphor, which reminds us that there's this potential to all be together, right? To all be in the same house, in Barbie's house, so to speak. And so the tabernacle is just that. Originally it was a tent of meeting, and then it became a house, and that was a communal house that brought everyone together. So the ultimate purpose of all of creation, what we were made for, is to make this world a dwelling place for God, to make house, to play house, to make this world a house for God, right? Originally, why it was thought, why would kids want to play with adult toys, right? Kids want to play with like baby dolls, but why would you want to play with an adult? Well, even as kids, we have dreams of what we want to be. Maybe it's far-fetched. I don't know, astronaut, sports hero, something like that. But we all have dreams, right? And as we get older, right, sometimes we get a little bit jaded, and we have this modern world that's bombarding us with all these things, and we all And not only do we sometimes lose a sense of purpose, we also feel disconnected, right? And so what I feel like that perhaps what's touching so many people with this song is that what were we, what was I made for, is that we were all meant to feel connected, and and living a life of purpose both individually and communally. And that's brought off in these two verses. We have the Sabbath experience, which is something that we all feel personally. You know, it was the Jewish Sabbath. Obviously, was commanded for the Jewish people, but this is something that, as we see with Greta Gerwig, that all the nations of the world can at least appreciate what this means to disconnect from the internet, electricity, all of that, but also to spend time with family, and but the reason the Jewish people do it is because they were commanded to emulate God, right? So we all want to feel like we're taking part in this creation, taking part in the dynamic of creation, and we're partnering with God in that respect. And then you have the second aspect of that we're playing house, that we're building the temple, we're building the holy temple, and we're bringing down blessing into this world. So I think that this is something that is going to really become more and more of a theme, because we're promised in the future that the whole world will be like the Sabbath. We'll have this Sabbath experience over the entire world, and we'll all feel together and with purpose and living a life of purpose. What does it mean to bring down holiness and blessing into the world? Is that we all feel how we're part of the same family, right? So you have this to some extent now. You have each family, each Jewish family who's observing the Sabbath that feels this, but this is meant to be something that is felt throughout the world, not just for these for Jewish families, an experience that everyone can in their own way, even though only the Jewish people are commanded to keep the Sabbath. Still, this experience of feeling connected and together, and all together, both Jews and non-Jews, living a life of purpose, living a life serving our Creator together, and fulfilling our life's ambitions. So we have here, it's not just enough to just resign ourselves to physicality, right? That's also kind of like the metaphor of the movie, the Barbie dolls is like plastic, it's like just focusing on the physical. It's not enough. We need to also access our feelings, our emotions, our psyche, our soul, ultimately. And the more we do that, the more that we'll find that we are made for something really great, and really all doing our part to make this world more connected, more together, and more holy, and more filled with blessing. So thank you very much.